Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you.
See you online.
All righty. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The bag lady and Cash in the house. In the house. We getting our walk on this morning. Getting our, yeah, getting our walk on. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Life with T. I hope you up getting your walk on. I know you probably are. I know you probably up getting your walk on this morning. We got to get those steps in. So I got 20 minutes right here with y'all this morning before I get started at work. So I've been walking now for a minute, so I got a little time in with y'all this morning. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I posted yesterday. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I got the fan on because y'all know I'm old and I get hot. Okay. So yesterday I posted. I'll be getting my walk in when the sun comes out. You probably right. You probably right. You know, I be up early Saturday. I'm gonna walk at like 6:15 on Saturday because I got to go to a bridal party. So I got to be on time and I got to make sure I lay my edges down for the bridal party. But good morning, good morning. So we got to get our walk on and all that kind of stuff, y'all. We got 20 minutes here together. We are already 3 minutes in. But you know what, the bag lady and Life with T, you still got to get up and get moving around. So you still got to get up and get some steps in. May not can't go outside yet, but you can just walk around the house. You know, walk around the house, get the kids ready for school, take Cash out. You know, how is Cash feeling anyway? Is Cash feeling better? Because Cash was sick. And Life with T, I know you still probably got to wake up early and, you know, pack school lunches and stuff like that. You know, y'all hear about the shooting yesterday at the school? These people are losing their mind. These people are losing their mind. You make sure you pray over your kids. Pray over your kids before you send them out to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Go and stand on the schoolyard while you got some time. You know. Okay. Oh goodness, okay. Make sure y'all get up, y'all go out there when y'all take them kids to the school, just go stand out there and just pray on the school campus. And I'm talking about like good prayer. I ain't talking about like these fake Christians type prayer either. I'm talking about some of these people are really, I'm telling you something. Some of these people are really, you know what I'm saying, making Christians have a bad name. They really are, you know. If you embody one of the traits of Jesus, and you know, it's love, okay? It's love. That is the main characteristic. So I just don't believe that a lot of these people that proclaim themselves to be Christian are actually referring to the God that I believe in, because you know, he is not the author of confusion. He is not hate. He is love, okay? So I mean, I don't this morning it bothers me so bad because I don't believe God is pleased. I don't believe he's pleased with some of these people claiming to be, you know, his sent messengers, and their message is not love. Okay? We can leave the judgment part up to him. We can leave, I feel like we can leave that up to him. I'm just gonna worry about being love. Okay? Some of us need to do that. We need to be love. And leave the judgment The judging people and having, you know, this hatred and no empathy thing. We need to leave that somewhere else. He didn't tell us to do that. Okay? And I want to get off of that. I want to get off of that this morning. But, you know, don't be out here giving, you know, the Christian name, the Christian walk, you know, that. Okay? So yesterday I posted, please be careful how you use the gifts and talents that God gives you. Now, a lot of us think when we think about the gifts and talents, we think about things like, we don't really think about God put you in a position to lead. You don't look at that as a gift from God. You look at that as something you done went to school for, something you done sat up and watched on a podcast, and you just feel like you got some good talking points and this and that. But natural leaders are made from God. He gave you that gift to lead. I'm telling you, you have to be very careful when God gives you a gift and a gift to lead people, that you don't use that gift that God gave you for evil. You got a choice to make. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do. We have to show love. I mean, it's just, I listen to all this rhetoric online, period. Whether it's man don't like woman, woman don't like man, Christian, atheist, blah, blah, blah. I listen to all of that stuff, you know, and I let it go in one ear and out the other, or whatever. And you got all of these people that we listen to on these podcasts and on these YouTube channels. Because see, a channel like mine, it's not going to get that type of traction. It's not going to get that type of traction. And I don't mind. I'm good. But we go and we pile in by the millions into these channels that male bash, female bash, you know, bash this, bash that, and we jump on that same bandwagon with all the other people. And it's one person sitting at the top, that little person up there in the little YouTube bubble at the top on the left, that's leading the whole pack. God ain't pleased with you causing divisiveness in the community. He's just not pleased with it. He's not pleased. You know, I know, and I've had to always monitor how I say things, because I don't want to get anything back, and I don't want to put anything back in the community or out to somebody, and I got to be held accountable. Because when you got people, it's just like pastors or ministers. You know, if you put something out to your congregation, God holds you accountable for that congregation, and also the message that you sent. That's why if you put something out bad, it's best for you to go back and correct it if you're in the ministry. You know, and if you're just a regular person, if you put something out bad, it's best to go back and be like, you know what, I was wrong. That was not the right information that I gave. But we are living in a time where it is normal to be hateful, and I don't get that. I don't get that. I'm so confused with that. Like, how is it that you can say something so hateful, and then you have millions of people to drive in and be like, you know what, I was feeling the same way. I was feeling the same type of hateful. You know, like, I had to really ask myself. I had to really sit down, because I really don't understand how a lot of people can just hear somebody say something so evil and hateful against a human, something that God made, a person that God made, and want them to be less than, but say that they believe in God. And then you got droves of people to come in and be like, you know what, I feel the same way. I'm gonna follow them and I'm gonna support them. You know, There is no way in my heart I can condone anybody being hurt. I just feel like at this time, it's a time for us as a people to start saying, you know what? Are my morals in check? Because why am I taking enjoyment in this? You know, I'm so confused in my heart for people. I don't understand. I don't understand how we have gotten, you know, and then somebody told me it's always been there. It does. It really does. It does. You know, I started coming on here in the morning and walking on the treadmill for 20 minutes. And I said, you know what? If I don't have nothing but one person to come on here and join, and I made their day some type of way, or I got them to get up and go outside, and not really. It's not really about him. It's just in general. I was just speaking in general. But that was very, very sad to hear about. You know, very traumatizing event. Very traumatizing event yesterday that happened at the high school. The shooting at the high school. All of that. It was horrible. And it's like, life goes on. That's the feel with it. It's like, oh, some kids got, you know, life goes on. You know, it's somebody's child and it's happening so frequently. The demonic activity is just, it just has the world by the throat. It's everywhere. You know, it's everywhere. Like, we can't all coexist together without somebody feeling like they got to be more than somebody, or somebody got to be less than. We can't all live together in harmony and peace because of pride, greed. You know, that's true. That is very true. And it's like, it's there, and they just wait for the right time to just pop up and like, you know what? I can be bold about not liking Mexicans. I can be bold about not liking black people. I can be bold and say, I don't want, you know, any black people in my community. I can be bold now. The hate. And I am from, sorry, I am from Alabama. I'm from Alabama. So when I say some of the people that proclaim themselves to be holier than thou are some of the most evil people. They are some of the most evil people that I have ever seen. They don't want you walking in their yard. I know one lady that said it was a guy that walked through her yard. Walked through her yard. And she said, if he walked through my yard again, I'm gonna. And all he did was cut, you know, now mind you, that is her grass. That's her grass. But who decides in their head, because somebody cut through their yard to go to the other side, to get to the other side, who in their head just automatically think, if they walk through my yard to get to the sidewalk on the other side again, I'm just going. And she said it. And she meant it. So, and that's where I live at. That's where I'm from. And when I tell you, it almost like, I believe in God, but sometimes I be like, well, you know, can I come up with another name for it? Because they make Christians, God is not pleased with that. God is not pleased with that. And you can't say that you're a Christian and you don't have empathy. You can't. You just can't. Mm-mm. It's like, where's the love? And that's what I remind myself of all the time. Even when I get on here sometimes and people say things that's off the wall, or they say things to insult me or whatever, you know, sometimes I think in my head, oh, I could just say this or say that. And then I'd be like, nope. Be a good steward over that which God has given you. And and let God worry about them. Let God worry about them. You just try your best. And I'm not a thumper. I'm not one of those ones that's, you know, gonna always be right, and I'm gonna always, you know, listen. But I try my best every day to live a life where I show love to people, compassion, and be empathetic. You know what I'm saying? And I pray every day. I pray for the wrongness that I have seated inside of me, and I ask God to really search me and heal me in some areas. But I see a lot of people don't do that. So I really would wish that a lot of these people that are okay with kids being harmed, and I'm gonna say this on here because I'm already kind of liking this thing. You know, this whole Epstein thing, and I'm gonna touch on this whole Epstein files. If it would have been somebody poor, ain't got no money, every name that was in there would have been in jail right now. If they ain't have no money, they would have split all that information open, and they would have, if they would have been poor, they would have been in jail right now. It wouldn't have been no open up the file. We got to get permission to open up the files. Baby, that file would have been wide open. They probably would have had the victims' names in there because they probably would have been poor too. They would have had everybody's name split wide open. And they would have been in jail right now. And I know I'm telling the truth. But now all of a sudden, because it's people, powerful people with money, everybody's just like, oh, it's okay. You can't say you're a Christian. You can't say you love God, but you're okay with pedophiles. Okay? You can't say that. These are kids. These were kids. Oh, so sad. It's just sad to watch this world kind of go this way. It's just so sad. And I got kids, even though they're grown. I got 2 sons. One that's serving in Spain. He's in the Navy. I got another one that served in the Navy. He's out. You know, and then I have my daughter. But I'm so sad because I'm like, is it gonna get better for our kids? That's what breaks my heart. Like, because we can't all live here together. Everybody talking about their tax dollars. The poorest people talking about their tax dollars. You don't even pay no taxes. You get all of your tax money back and some. You got 5 kids and make $18 an hour. You getting your money back. And you talk about where my tax dollars going. You ain't paying no taxes. It's just so sad that we can't all coexist and live here together. And I'll say this one thing and then I'll be off of here because I'm over 20 minutes. I've always told and I've always said there's a very thin line between Christianity and insanity. And I think a lot of people have teetered over into the insanity part of it. It's a very thin line between Christianity and insanity. because we start thinking that we are little gods and we can do and say whatever. So be very mindful of how you use the gifts, the talents, and blessings that God give you. Don't be, it's a blues song back in the day in Alabama. They used to always say, and I always said this about myself, because I always ended up in something I ain't have no business. And I used to always say, I became a victim of the very songs that I sing. Don't be a victim of the very thing that you say out of your mouth. Don't be a victim to it. If you spew hate, I'd rather speak love and get love back. We just got to change what we say. And we got to change how we use the gifts that God give us. Because we got to use it for His edification, His glory. So it's our 20-minute walk, y'all. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for allowing me to speak my heart this morning, which my heart was heavy and it just had to come out, okay? I want to thank y'all for listening. Thank you for being a part of my community. Thank you for loving me and supporting me. And I will see y'all right back here tomorrow for our 20-minute walk. I'm about to go and get my day started. Y'all have a really good day, okay? All right.